It's Wednesday, May 9th, 545 days left until the 2008 presidential election.
It's noon on the East Coast, 9 a.m. on the West.
I'm Will.
I'm Rob.
This is Political Lunch. Welcome back to Political Lunch. Later in the program, we'll announce the results of our first Political Lunch giveaway, a year's subscription to The Onion. But first, it's all Hillary all the time.
Hillary Clinton is leading in the new WNBC Marist poll. She's polling 35% versus 17% for Obama. Now, the other interesting thing here is that she actually is neck and neck with McCain and Giuliani. In fact, a little bit ahead for the first time. Face to face with one of them, she wins today.
Now, more good news for the Clinton campaign. She's expected to pick up the endorsement of Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley at a news conference this afternoon. And next week, New York Governor Eliot Spitzer is expected to make his endorsement of Hillary Clinton formal.
Not to mention, Donald Trump has now come out endorsing Hillary. And the only problem, he actually also endorsed Rudy Giuliani.
And speaking of Giuliani, it's more bad news for his social conservative supporters. It appears that Giuliani donated money to Planned Parenthood in the 90s, at least 6 different times throughout the 90s, a total of $900, so not too much money, but still for a candidate who has struggled with his conservative credentials, it's not good news.
It's true. And at IBABuzz.com, you'll see a story about Ann Dunsmore, a legendary Republican fundraiser from Tarzana, who's just been hired by Rudy to take California.
Now, we've missed Reverend Al Sharpton in this Democratic primary season. He was absent from the first Democratic debate a couple of weeks ago. He always brings something special to the table, but we know he won't stay out of the spotlight for long, and earlier this week he was back under the hot lights for these remarks made about GOP candidate Mitt Romney. Al Sharpton said, "As for the one Mormon running for office, those who really believe in God will defeat him anyways, so don't worry about that. That's a temporary situation." Now, the Reverend made these remarks in a debate with Christopher Hitchens, who's authored a new book, God is Not Great. Now, Al has backpedaled from these remarks a bit, but I think this brings more attention to an issue that has plagued the Romney campaign, the public's unwillingness to move past his Mormon faith.
And he's definitely brought out, a nice punching bag, really. Al Sharpton is now an easy target for anyone, and once you're demonized by Al Sharpton in any way, you can make quite a lot of hay out of that. Now, here at Political Lunch, we don't like to make enemies, especially of our friends. But on MySpace, there's a whole other world of people who sometimes are real friends, and most of them kind of friends.
Now, would that be myspace.com?
Indeed it would.
I see.
Now, Ron Paul has countless supporters online, certainly, and we saw evidence of that after last week's Republican debate when Ron Paul's supporters, they had him at 39% in an MSNBC poll following the debate. It was incredible. They also happen to have him at about the same percent in every major poll that's not very scientific.
I guess they've been flooding every online poll, voting multiple times, and that type of thing is easy to track. You can check IP addresses for who's voted how many times, and you can basically tell if they're rigging it. Now, Pajamas Media has been the latest target of Ron Paul's online army. Check out this exchange between the hosts of the poll and the Ron Paul supporters.
Now, what's happened is they've tracked an incredible number of voters from one IP address in a very short period of time. Ron Paul's supporter on the site has been infuriated by the accusation of fraud and is suggesting that indeed thousands of Ron Paul supporters have packed into his apartment and have been voting in the poll.
From the same computer.
Yeah. We've
could be the case.
Could be. I mean, benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
We've got a few comments on our MySpace. And so if you go to myspace.com/politicallunch, you can not only become our friend, you can also see a little sample of the drama.
Now, on Monday, we introduced the first Political Lunch giveaway, a year subscription to The Onion, and we have to congratulate Tom of New York City, who was the first to know that Spiro Agnew was Nixon's first vice president. Agnew of Maryland. Now, that was before he resigned after pleading no contest to charges of tax evasion and money laundering. Tax evasion, not really one of those things you should be dabbling in if you're interested in a career in public service.
But you know what is a good idea?
What?
Watching Political Life.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much for joining us. Come back Friday, and don't forget to subscribe.
See you next time.